All right, welcome into another live experience here on Tunesday Tuesday, presented by the Boston Chris Show. This is episode number 48. And if you don't know about Tunesday Tuesday, this is our live podcast each and every Tuesday. We feature two different singer-songwriters every Tuesday, one at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, one at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are live on Facebook and on Twitch. And then this episode will go out also on Spotify, Amazon, etc. later on in podcast form. So thank you guys for watching live. Thank you guys for watching not live and tuning in. I appreciate y'all very, very much for being here. This week we are featuring for episode number 48 a singer, songwriter, and producer, engineer, and just a jack of all trades from Tyler, Texas, right here in my own backyard. We have Jared Shanklin coming on the show today. Really excited to chat with him. He's got a lot of stuff going on here in the Tyler area and really a big champion of the singer-songwriter, much like myself. So we're going to get into it with him without any further ado. Let's get over there and chat with Jared right now. What is up, Jared? How you doing, man?
Hey, Mr. Boston Chris.
So
I'm doing great.
Jared is a singer-songwriter, but also a producer, engineer, musician, just a jack of all trades. You're with Azalea District Studios, which is a kind of an ode to the area you're in, which is in Tyler, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's actually I live in the Azalea district.
Yeah, I love the name, man. It's
Yeah,
just a
thanks.
dope name. Yeah. So
Right.
Jared and I were kind of introduced earlier this year through really mutual friends, people that we both know. And
Yeah.
I was just telling people in our intro that you're kind of a big champion of the singer songwriter, much like I am. Um,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love working with many people, and I've gotten the opportunity to do that this year. Yeah.
and so you had a singer songwriter showcase that was earlier this month in October. Tell us a little bit about that and kind of the thought behind it.
Well, I moved here about a beginning of 2024, um, and kind of drove around looking for something to do, and was wondering how I could meet more singer songwriters, really. So I just kind of started putting on this showcase down at Bricks and Tyler, singer songwriter showcase, recording live, basically offering folks, recording of their performance, and then also steering towards somewhat of a competition with a neighbor of mine that I discovered also a year into living here, Mr. Robin Hood Bryans has a studio just 2 blocks away from where I'm at, and kind of got into a little combination thing with him and put on a few rounds and ended up taking each singer songwriter and producing a song for them, giving them a compilation of songs for 12 singer songwriters. And I handed that over to Mr. Robin to pick one for free studio time. And yeah, we just wrapped that up about a week ago at the old school arcade room in Tyler, where everybody just came out and had some fun. We played their songs and announced the winner, who was Mr. Preacher Blue this year. We had a really, really good turnout. Everybody showed up and had a good time. And that was basically the idea, was to put the community together, at least find a place to meet each other is what I wanted to do. So it worked out pretty good. We're going to do it again next year. It's just going to be a different, you take what you do and you learn from it.
Yeah, you
So
got to learn as you go, kind of trial by fire, find out what works, find out what doesn't work. Um,
yeah.
where are you from originally?
Well, I moved here from Burleson, Texas. I was born in Irving, Texas, but I've kind of lived all over the country, or not all over, but in 4 different states at least. And you know, what brought me here was I was living out in Fort Worth. And my mother, she kind of, she passed away, and I had to come out here and take over the estate. And since then, it's just kind of been what's going on with Tyler. And come to find out, there are quite a few musicians and singer songwriters in this town, and it's just amazing how much there is to offer here. That so I think more people building events such as like the showcase or whatever is just awesome.
Yeah, I agree, and I feel like I say this a lot, and I'm probably a broken record, but I feel like singer songwriters are kind of held down, not just in East Texas, but a lot of areas. Like, I feel like a lot of venues and listeners just want cover music, and that's really sucks for the original artist. You know what I mean? And you're right. There's a whole lot of talent, not just in Tyler, but all over East Texas.
Well, and there's a few key people, out there that it couldn't be done without, like, Action Sound, and is Kelly Barber was helpful with this event that we
Kelly's an
had going.
absolute legend.
You got a lot of people in the community that are just throwing in, and we had a raffle at this last event, and we had people like Gary from the rehearsal room giving out T-shirts and showing up, and pretty much he's promoting the same kind of feeling, bringing the community together to do something. And I'm done a little work with him and some other things. What we got? Perry's Pizza out. Perry's is a pretty good new location for pizza out here in Tyler, and that guy's really up on getting music in his place. So I would encourage any singer songwriter to go over there and maybe hit up John Smith for some gigs. Tell him
Yeah,
I sent you.
there you go. Tell him Jared sent you. So,
Yeah.
as a kid, how is what's kind of the genesis behind your introduction to music and becoming not just a singer songwriter, a musician, getting behind the consoles and all of that stuff? How did it all start for you?
I'd say 20 years ago, I set out to basically produce music for myself, because in from the beginning of making music, I've been in and out of studios and really wasn't able to capture the sound that I was looking for in the time that I was given and the money I was paying. So I kind of started doing this on my own, got my own Pro Tools set up, and but when I did that, I got introduced to other people that needed help, and in doing that, I learned a lot of different techniques on how different people work, and that just became fascinating to me. I enjoy getting an artist where they know they are where they want to be. But in a lot of days in the studio with time and the intimidation that comes along with it, some people aren't necessarily capable of stepping into that scene and just being comfortable. I just kind of became fascinated with the fact that I could capture that magic on top of the sound, and over years I've learned how to adjust the frequencies. It's just taken a lot of time.
So, what would you consider yourself first? Would you consider yourself a singer songwriter or a producer first?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about in the way they appeared in my life, I started out at the age of 16 in a punk rock band, writing songs and singing and performing, and I love that. But here lately, I've been pretty much promoting myself all over as the producer, kind of putting my music, you know, somewhere over here where people may or may not check it out, or love it, or whatever. I'm not so focused as much on pushing my music out there as I am the ability to be the producer for anyone who's wanting to make that happen.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the struggles of an independent studio, an independent producer, of getting
Ha!
artists on board and stuff.
Bells and whistles.
Yeah,
that, that's the biggest, the big misconception that I've come to find in studio production is that a lot of people really they look down when it's a home studio. Like, you can't capture what's necessary possibly in the environment you're in, and you don't have that big mixing board and all of those little blinking lights over here. Which everything that I've come to learn with what I do, I've been able to create past that point. Just one big screen with the big mixing board on it kind of helps everybody see what's happening. But in the end, it comes down to how you adjust the frequencies and how you produce the sound itself. And if you can't get a great recording with a microphone and an input, then you're doing something wrong. I mean, I was kind of like Beck, I guess, two turntables and a microphone. I had two inputs and a microphone, and I produced these guys to the efficiency and best of what I could do given what I have. But I haven't been really capable of doing live drums till recently. And that's kind of stepped up the game a bit.
and are you
But
playing all the
I would
all
say
the instruments as well?
bells and whistles is definitely the answer to that question. But absolutely, I do play bass, keys, guitars, and I program drums. And I try to make them as real as they can be, but still you can gain a little bit more purity with the real thing. I won't deny that. But what I can't play, I've kind of been really, really blessed in the sense of meeting all these people to find great musicians that when you get somebody involved, they want a mandolin player. You can call Rob Lindsay, who works with Sharon Walker,
Yep.
and he's a great mando player. You can call J.D. Mathis, works with Jen Leard, great sax player. Call Raymond Gilead for some tuba or some flugelhorn. When you get to working with all these people, it becomes more of a, like you said to begin with, a community. And I like to invoke that when I'm creating with others. I don't really necessarily want to hog it, but if you need it, I can put it on there.
Yeah. And there's a whole lot of those musicians around this area too that are just waiting for the opportunity. I feel I love how you're talking about people like Ramoth Gilead, who, man, I've been a champion of his for probably at least 8 years. That kid is something else. Like Jesus, what a talent that guy is, man. Just a one
And you
man
said
band. Yeah,
it.
like what a dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so
Yeah.
many like that in our community, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's great people. There's great. I mean, that was the one thing about this showcase is that it was a trial by fire kind of thing, and it didn't exactly just take off. I had to take what I was given and do what I could with it, and just working with each one of them, I was able to make something that to me I'm proud of for however long. If they didn't walk away with the free studio time, they still got this free studio time, and I'm really amazed at how many great songwriters there really are.
Dozens and
Just
dozens and
you sit down
dozens.
and work with them,
Yeah,
because you can't base that on performance all the time. You can't take a songwriter and just nail them down to how they perform it. Sometimes the song's there, but you put that up to next to somebody like Ramoth. I'll give him that's a good example. Ramoth is a great performer, great songwriter.
mm-hmm.
And when you get other songwriters out there that have the great lyrics and the great song, but they don't necessarily have the deliverance, it gets tough in judging and stuff like that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
absolutely.
competitions are tough.
And
I,
it's
I don't,
all of these folks around here have such soul too, right? Like it's just so much soul behind their music and their songs and stuff. Let's talk a little bit about your pick of the week, which if you guys are just joining us, every single one of our guests gets to pick a song other than from an artist other than themselves. And this week you picked a song called "That's What You Did" by FTI Lyric. Tell us about this one, man.
well, this might be a little on the selfish side because I spent last year, recording an album of my own out in the backyard with my mom's camper, and from that I was able to work with my son as well, and that song that I basically requested was a song that we made together. He actually came up with the music and the lyrics and everything. I just helped him make it sound great and maybe a couple other things. But I just when it comes down to bragging, you can't really brag about yourself as much as you should your kids, and you should be able to
Absolutely.
get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, and you asked me for a second one. This is a release that we put out this year, and it's basically Frank Dylan Shanklin. It's my son, and he goes by FTI Lyric because in the beginning it was FTI stood for Frank the Infamous, and then it was F the Industry, and he took all kinds of
Yeah,
paths with the acronym, so to say. So I'm not even sure what it means right now.
that's awesome. That's
But
awesome.
I wanted to promote him because I love him.
Awesome stuff.
He makes
No
music
better reason than that, right?
right.
All right, let's talk about your featured song of the week as well. We're just thank you so much for doing this, by the way, Jared. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
My pleasure.
The song
Yeah.
we're going to feature from Jared Shanklin this week is a song called "Open and Carry." Tell us about this one.
Well, this is Open and Carry 5K Firearms. This is a song I wrote. You know, basically, it's like when somebody goes in to rob the store and somebody else is packing and they stop that from happening. That to me is a good thing. So I also have a brother-in-law who's got a gun shop out in Toller, Texas, and in making this song happen, I just kind of came up with this would be a great way to promote, this gun shop out in Toller, and kind of give everybody a sense of what it might sound like if I went in the country direction, because I haven't really done that much before. I mean, if you go back and listen to what I've done, it kind of goes all over the map.
It is all over the map, very much so.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you've heard of a band called Ween, you might be able to kind of every song sounds different. I like all the styles, but this one was more southern grout kind of sound, and I got the chance to work with Clay Hinkle. Clay Hinkle from Sleepless Nights. He came in there and threw down some massive guitar lick that definitely tied the song together. Like the Rug and the Big Lebowski really tied the room together. So about that song, that's a straight promotion for that, and basically saying we need to hang on to our rights. Because I think if they're going to have guns, I think we should have guns.
So, if people are hearing about you and the studio for the first time, what is the best way to support you and get a hold of you?
Well, I've got right now a phone number and a website. I've got a website. It's soundseer.pro, and that's got my contact info on there. You can check out my work, get a little bit of information on how it came to be. We're still working on that as far as, getting it all looking whatever. It's relatively new. Relatively, I don't think that works. But anyway, you get it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got soundseer.pro as a website, and then on Facebook you can find me at the Azalea District Studios. Azalea District Studios is my new handle, and we're setting up next year for the singer-songwriter showcase, and that'll start back up in 26. That's also a group you can make yourself a part of and promote your music and stuff. It's mainly for the members that are there to do so. But yeah, next year is going to be maybe something else on that. And those are 3 ways to get me. Otherwise, just Google Jared Allen Shanklin and you should be able to find me pretty easy.
Sounds good, man. Well, I hope everything continues to grow for you, man. I appreciate you for doing what you can do for songwriters here in the area. We definitely need more people pulling on the same side of the rope, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know who it was that referenced me to you, that referred me to you?
Could be a million people. Who was it?
It was Matt Boyd.
No surprise. I love Matt.
Peacock. Yeah, them two. They
Good.
said, "Hey, you need to talk to Chris."
Yeah, they're good people, man. Very good people.
Well, I'm glad they did that.
Well, Jared, it's good to have you on, man. It's good to be your friend, and we're gonna get into the music. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, thank you.
No problem, man. You have a good rest of your night.
You do the same.
All right. Bye-bye. The song is called Open and Carry. Like you said, this is a promotion for his brother-in-law's gun shop, I guess. So that's why the video will be in reference to that. Hope you guys enjoy the song, and then we'll get into Jared's pick of the week right after that. Don't go anywhere.
Rodeo. She's putting on her favorite mess, yes, and everybody knows. Everybody knows. She takes care of her business, stays till the work is done. She knows how to have a good time. She's a whole lot of fun. That's right. the outlaw thinking it's there for the taking. She always carries a gun. He's just another man walking, 69 years old. He's got a list that he's gonna fill at the local corner store. He's prepared for so much more. A young man pulls a shotgun. He's won money for free. Old man takes a grip to that hip and he let a bullet be. What this young man could not see. If the risk you're taking ain't worth losing your life, you better let it be. Go on, let it be. Hey, hey, hey. Some of y'all might disagree. Others know it's this way. In the great state of Texas, there's guns sold every day. There's guns sold every day. To the outlaw thinking it's there for the taking. To the outlaw thinking it's there for the taking. To the outlaw thinking it's there for the taking. They'll put you in your grave.
All right, there's Jared Shanklin with Open and Carry, and his pick of the week is FTI Lyric with That's What You Did.
Stop.
Check it out.
I wonder if we could die at the right time. I wanna say goodbye, would it be fine? I don't mean nothing now. Are you gonna cut me out? Instead of sticking to the plan, you're just leaving now. That's what you did. And you ain't ever give a shit, that's what you did. It didn't ever cross your mind, cause you were selfish. And you were blaming me, then I couldn't help it. I don't belong in the crowd that I fell in. I swear to God that I'm loud when I'm yelling, but don't nobody fucking care what I'm telling. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I wonder if we could die at the right time. I wanna say goodbye, would it be fine? I just don't get it, how are you gonna cut me out? Instead of sticking to the plan, you're just leaving now. That's what you did. And you ain't never give a shit, that's what you did. It didn't ever cross your mind, cause you were selfish. And you were blaming me, then I couldn't help it. You just like making me insane. I gotta stop falling, and stop hoping that you might call me. I'm so ugly, am I so ugly? I figured out I don't really know what's beautiful and nothing special. I'm something like the usual. I'm way forgetful, feel like I got nothing to lose. And I just wanna end the right way.
Very cool sound there. I like that a lot. FTI Lyric. That's what you did. That is Jared's pick of the week. This has been episode number 48 of Tunesday Tuesday. I can't believe we've done almost an entire 50 episodes of this project already. Insane. In fact, we will do 50 next week, number 50. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Our second episode of the night will be out. We'll be live in about 90 minutes with Will Wesley. So you guys make sure you tune in to that. I want to once again thank Jared Shanklin for coming on the show for the first time tonight from Tyler, Texas, and Azalea District Studios. Y'all make sure you check them out. The name of the website that you can look up, I think, is Studio Seer is what he said. So you guys make sure you check that out. Was that what it was? I had it typed out. Let me double check that real quick. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It is called soundseer.com or .pro rather. So you guys go check that out. Soundseer.pro is how you can find out more about Jared and his studio. Go to Azalea District Studios on Facebook or Jared Allen Shanklin on Google. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back in about 90 minutes.